First line, false start. First line is the hard part. I'll write a better one in a while. I could say, good day, what is new? I'm fine, how are you? We say, okay, okay. There's fresh air on tarmac. It's out front, it's out back. You could easily go home. In fact, why don't you go home? Why don't you go home? Why don't you go home? The entertainment is postponed. No way, there's no sense. It's hard ends in present tense. This is a song against itself. The way I wrote it or rubbed it out, but the increase in my self-doubt might be the engine of some necessary change. And a kind word was difficult to reconcile with a sense of my own mediocrity. My own mediocrity is mostly patiently received, and I thank you, appreciate your time. But what if I put down this guitar, shut up and took you in my arms, with him or with her, because I realize this stage is just a place for only laughter and disgrace, and in a song I can still hide, but the body close, it cannot. I may be here, yet I'm not. My head is caught in this random thought. It's 2 times, it is also 1. Time past, the time to come. The supposition, it is annulled as you're crossing a main road. Crossing a main road! A taxi was involved. Cyclist was involved. It was involved, but he said calls for death or an alarm, a way of realizing you are not that special in any way, and you may go while others stay and take their tea out on the lawn and consider what you've said above are merely vain, or at very least of no consequence. But what if I dropped dead on the floor for no clear reason you could find at all, and this performance had to pause as you carry me out the door, and you say it was a good its way, that you've heard better in your day and a little over theatrical. But what if you fell off of your seat right now and died at someone's feet? Would your soul rise to a call, or is there no soul here at all, and just your actions day by day, and death's insistent little way of whispering life into your ears says you're alive and you are here? So what if I put down this guitar, shut up and took you in my arms, regardless of who you were, if you ride with him or with her, cause I realize the stage is just a place for only laughter and disgrace, and in a song I can still hide, with the body closed, it cannot hide. What if I put down this guitar, shut up and took you in my arms, regardless of who you were, if you ride with him?
Guten Abend and welcome. I'm really happy and excited to welcome you to my lounge, where Mute Swimmer, Mr. Guy Dell, will be playing for us this evening, and you can expect songs and conversation, and you can reach us through Facebook and Instagram. So if you have any questions or comments, you can you can reach us. Let's start.
I am not the singer of this song, and I am not his friend, though I abide in all parts untried, from brittle heart to finger's end. He comes to you so pleasantly, He addresses you so plain, but his truth is merely vanity through rhyme and light refrain. And he will cheat and he will lie, and he will take my name. He'll both deny and deify, and so eulogize his shame. So I'm not the singer of this song, and I am not this flesh, though I abide in all parts untried, from weary feet to measured breath, from weary feet to measured breath, from weary feet to measured breath. Move toward the source with whatever voice my instinct tells me to impose. Pull myself into the line like it's a uniform, and there were a self there to disclose, to disclose. Turn around and stop and watch the day slide off the clock without a lot for it to show. You know the time is someone passing by who cannot tell you where it goes, where it goes. I filed a new report of hope, an afterthought, as if words are all I know. As if the lines inside would not submit to other tides, and to snow, oh the snow. This hand to cut, this hand to cure, these lips to take, this breath unsure, these lines that flow, these words that fall. center. Move toward the source with whatever voice I come to consider my own. And if a song, this song is something like a mountaintop, you know, I'm a stone pushing a stone. I'm a stone. Live on the telly. I don't know. There's like 3 people in this room. I've never done this before. I'm going to try this with the headphones, and just in case it's a bit loud. Okay. This one is dedicated to this moment, this strange moment we're in. It's called Present Perfect. It's an in-breath, a feeling, an open mouth, speaking. Present perfect now. Present perfect, darling. Black shirt, covered feet, a haircut, a heartbeat. Present perfect now. Present perfect now. It might stop, you might go, you might die tomorrow, but present perfect now. Present perfect now. Future fear, the future death, future styles and concepts, form guessed, incomplete history with peace. If there's no then, there's no next. No thought or context. Present perfect now. Present perfect now. That face over there. Normal glance, abnormal stare. Out of touch, eyes, ears, hands move, fingers thinking about what it might look like without. Present perfect now. Present perfect now. All you need is reflex, you know, it's an instinct, not an index, no form of love, no form of room, no form of ties to renew. Cut the cord, choose the next. Time to sleep or to confess. Time to lose, time to make. It's hard to articulate. Thinking about all the things that have been and gone. Thinking about all the things that might never come. Thinking about a situation out of context. Thinking about the words that should come next. Thinking about last night's television show. Making lists of the things that you don't know. Thinking about all the things that might go wrong. Thinking about the prepositions in a love song. Thinking about all the things that keep well here, thinking about all the things that you never did, thinking about all the things that make no sense, thinking about corruption in the government. My poor guitar. Anyway, Jessi, this would be where we'd say for you to, I don't know, whatever you want to ask me, yeah?
Okay.
Was that confusing? Because the first one was like, ran into the second one.
Yes, it was,
Yeah.
but nevertheless. I think we were both a little bit nervous about how this was going to be this evening, because normally you play in front of an audience that you can see, and now we're not able to see who is with us. But nevertheless,
No, it's quite strange. It's quite strange. It's new for me, and you've never been a presenter on Blue Peter before, have you? Live TV. Oh
exactly,
my God.
Exactly. I just wanted to. Talking about Blue
Where's
Peter.
the dog? We need a dog.
Talking about being Blue Peter's a very creative program, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about being creative and how you channel that. For me, I think it's.
Sounds good. How I channel it. Yeah.
I think it's interesting to ask people who are musicians or writers or artists about their process, about how it kind of happens that they make a song or a painting or write a poem. I wondered for you how that process was. How you go about.
It depends completely. I mean, I've worked with art as well, and but with music, I mean, sometimes I just get a musical idea, and then it takes me ages to come up with finding out what the song's about. I might get a line. I sort of mumble stuff over a melody usually, and then very gradually the words present themselves, and then maybe a theme starts to come. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you're just sort of blessed, and the words and the melody sort of come together or something. That's happened a few times when I didn't even have the guitar. So the soap song that I was talking about. Should I? Maybe I should say that because I'm not. So I was in the supermarket, and I couldn't find the soap, and I don't remember what I was singing, but a melody started to come to me, and I kept wandering around the aisle, and then I got kind of glad that I couldn't find the soap, because this melody had started, and then I sort of started muttering into my voice memo, you know, on my mobile, and then a few words attached themselves to it, and then I'm in the queue. I found the soap, and I'm in the queue, and I'm sort of like muttering this sort of stuff into the phone. If I'm feeling brave, I'll play the soap song later, but it's now, I mean, it's not called the soap song anymore. And there's a song I wrote called Enemy, which sort of came out, the lyrics and the melody sort of came out really quickly, but usually it's a slog. Because
I think sometimes we hold artists or musicians or people up as, you know, and rightly so, if they contribute to our happiness and whatever else art does.
Some people would say they don't contribute.
Well, or understanding or connection. But I think, you know, sometimes people imagine artists or writers sitting, you know, in their, I don't know, ivory towers or something, but actually it's in the mundane, everyday places that things, you know, creative things happen. You can be in a supermarket and get...
Oh yeah, actually, I mean, if I sit down and say to myself, like, oh no, you got to finish that song. Finish that song today. That's very rarely. I'll be on my bike It'll be an inopportune moment or something, and something will come into my head, you know. But
so great things happen in mundane moments or crazy moments like now. So if you could play some more music, that would be.
Could I ask you for a glass of water while I'm playing the first one?
Yes. Where
Thanks.
did we put that?
Okay. Let's see how that sounds. This one's called Ocean Home. Well, you know, I made a home out in the ocean. And you know that I made a home out in the sea. In its glitter and its bile, with its flow at my side, I made a home. And you know that I took my way from a desperate sailor. And you know that I took my way from the slope of your shoulder, from the crack of a whip, from the sway of your hips. I took my way. And this way it can bring comfort, and this way could make me break down and cry. And you know that I steal some time from the seed of some other. And you know that I steal some time from the belly of my mother, from the pores of my skin, from the air I let in, You know I steal some time. And the time, it is a harpoon through the side of the state that I am in. Black went the swell, and strong was the toe. You know I might drown, adrift and alone. So if I wanna sing, you know I will. The water, it will come, and I've lungs to fill. So you know I made that home. Out in the ocean, yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry about the guitar. I mean, it just won't stay in. It had a bad year last year, and I'm still. I hope it's not putting anyone off too much. The tuner says it's fine. I don't know. Did it sound alright?
Yeah.
It's a bit out, you know, but okay. Thanks for the water. This one's dedicated to time. I almost always play it standing up. Let's see how it feels sat down. By the way, like, say hello if I actually have no idea how many people are watching this. Yeah, it's quite bizarre. So if you are listening, then shout on Facebook or Instagram or something, and they'll probably have friends. Just, you know.
Sounds good here. People commented.
Okay. This one's dedicated to time. The second passes now and stops. The second will not be repeated. The second passes now and stops, but time is not impeded. Want a line that's not been spoken, that isn't lost or somehow broken in some fundamental way. Want a line that stays intact of all the cliches it attracts and all the fiction and the syntax. Want a word for how you feel it neither affirms or conceals that that same feeling may collapse. Want a word for something mindless, kinda dumb and kinda timeless, but then time is an impasse. That moment's in the past. That moment's in the past. That moment's in the past in that sentence. Beat it passes now and beat will be repeated. Beat it passes now and stops. Energy hits or exceeds an ordinary act. Want a movement when it's paused is in a cinematic flaw with no sense of where it's at. Want the sound of something breaking that cancels out the act of making, though you know the idea is absurd. It's a body of words. It's a body of words. House. Then get me out of my house. Get me out of my house. Any questions? Any questions so far?
No, just a lot of support and a lot of people enjoying the show from various places.
Yeah, you got to say that. You got to say that.
There are.
Actually, I meant to say before I played these that I would put it out to a vote, like what to play. Next, I've got 3 songs written down, and I guess I'll just make my own mind up. Since we're on the theme of time, here's another one. I'm on time in the usual ways. By a beat or a pulse, a Casio display. By the light as it shone, by some external sign or a gauge of my own. I'm on time till I forget that it's there. Like the lash on your eye, the clip in your hair. I know this. This thing only for sure. I know this, and this thing only for sure. That this is the rise and the fall of your breast as I sing. This is the point and the gaze and what is happening. This is the way unchanged, even as it flashes before your eyes. This is the way of the blue, gray, blue sky above. This is the rise and the fall of your breast as I sing. This is the rise and the fall, and you know not when it will end. This is the rise and the fall, and you know not when it will end. This is the rise and the fall, and you know not when it will end. This is the rise. You can really hear the traffic through the phones. Okay, yeah. Are you doing talkie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had lots of great comments, and a good man called Tommy has reminded people to contribute for their tickets, to pay for their tickets. So I just wanted to say, if we want to have performances like this,
Tommy
we need to...
Oh, no, I won't put you on the spot. No. Go ahead, sorry.
I want to remind you all to be patrons of the arts and to contribute. Obviously, at the moment, it's very difficult for artists and musicians and people.
Well, it's difficult for everyone, isn't
many
it? But
people,
self-employed
of course.
people,
So,
especially.
yeah, exactly. So, but you can contribute and Guy through his PayPal account. That will be very much appreciated. Okay.
I mean, also Ranav, who's like behind the scenes, like pottering around here, moving cameras around. Not sure why he's moving them constantly, but he's tweaking because he's a perfectionist. He wants to make sure everything's right, and he has his boiling head, right, Ranav? Yeah, is Ranav's thing. He's on Facebook, and I don't know, maybe he's going to become a millionaire in the next weeks. If he doesn't get coronavirus, then he's going to be in high demand for live streaming stuff. What do you think? No?
Let's hope for the best.
You have to wander around in a
best.
astronaut suit, though, while you do it or something, you know.
Okay.
Sorry,
that's
I had to
right.
tune there as well with the
It's good.
guitar. I can.
We are looking fine. Is everything going to plan? I wanted to ask you another question about your process, about the creative process, because I find that fascinating. And yeah, famously, Bob Dylan and Leonard Cohen were having a conversation about how they wrote songs. Two of my very favourites. And
I think I know this one. Yeah.
and so Bob Dylan asked Leonard Cohen, how long did it take you to write, I think it was Hallelujah? And he, apparently it was even a lie. He said, oh yeah, it took me 2 years. And then Leonard said to Bob, Leonard Cohen said to Bob Dylan, how long did it take you to write? I can't remember which song, but Bob Dylan was like, 50, probably 15 minutes.
Mm.
So, and actually, apparently, it took Leonard Cohen about 5 years to get to a version of Hallelujah with which he was probably not even happy, but just satisfied. And I wondered where you would put yourself on that spectrum of 15
not
minutes,
to put
5
myself
years.
on the spectrum of either of them.
Well, I think
I'm probably a long way off those guys, but in terms of process, I think I kind of said this, didn't I? In a way, I suppose some of them have come fast. So I have had the pleasure of that sort of rush of something where the bulk of the song seems to be done like really, really quickly, you know, and it sort of just comes quite uncritically from you. And sometimes I think those songs mean more because they're kind of you somehow feel like you're less responsible for them on some level. And there's another anecdote, isn't there, actually? Have you heard this one about, I think it was Tom Waits. Tom Waits said that the ideas for songs come to him at unusual times.
And like if he's driving the car and he says, you know, it's like he's saying to whatever source it is that's giving him the impulse at the moment for the song to sort of say, Jesus, not now! Can't you see I'm driving? It's going to bounce off my head and ended up in Neil Young's house. You know, like,
okay. No, I haven't heard that.
But yeah, I mean, it just depends what's like the song against itself. I think when I played the video before we went live, like I had the music for that for ages and ages, and it just took me so long to finish the lyrics for it, and I really toiled on them. I don't know if that's clear. I mean, it's a highly self-conscious song anyway, though. So maybe and I felt it needed the right element of sarcasm and self-irony and deep earnestness and combativeness, and I wanted all these things to be in it. So it just depends, and sometimes I just wait years for the words to come to a melody. Usually it's the music first,
right?
But not always. Like with the soap song, or like I don't know. Yeah, it depends. So I've had a bit of both, but I think I'm probably not. I'm nowhere near as prolific as prolific songwriters now. So I'm definitely more on Leonard's side, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah, and I like that story about Tom Waits, and it also chimes in with what we were talking about before, where inspiration can come in the most unlikely of places. Inspiration, that's not necessarily the word, but it can come in the most mundane of places, the supermarket.
Yeah, I totally understood what he meant about that. But as I say, when I consciously sort of if I try and do stuff too consciously, then I find that doesn't come. But maybe I'm just an undisciplined jerk, you know. There's a lot of people that do their 9 to 5 with it and they don't wait for it. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I put in the time as much as I can, but to it. But yeah, sometimes it just happens. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Is that it for questions?
Well,
okay.
I think we'll have some more questions after some more songs. I think
Okay. Well, this is the soap song. If I can get through it, it's a new one, and I'm probably be a bit shaky with it, but this is the one from the supermarket. Yeah, and I'm going to use. Let's see. That star to the edge of your skin, the weight of your blood now on the head of a pin, and your body's a spell on a lunar eclipse, a declaration of love in an empty body's alive to the words we remove. How's a thing that you lost still a thing you hold on to, and your life is a room in a dubious metaphor, and you turn to the mirror and you say, what are you here for? trash the pagoda, screaming, where is the truth? For which I'd bend over, and I'm done with an arm that comes from my shoulder. So you see now I'm the victim and also the juror, dear. Edge of your skin to a point in your mind, from the love that you start with to the love that you leave behind, from the love that you start with to the love that you leave behind, from the love that you start with to the love that you leave behind. From the love that you start with to the love that you leave behind. From the love that you start with to the love that you leave behind. So something like that. And then I have another one in this tuning, but this one has a lot of my songs have ambivalent narrators. It doesn't say anything about me personally, of course. Is everyone okay out there? I mean, I hope everyone listening is doing all right with this crazy news. I have to say I'm intermittently really anxious about it. I think everyone is, with this state of not knowing, and it's going to be strange times, right? So I hope this music full of doubt and ambivalence and melancholy is doing the trick with you. You know, maybe I've been preparing for this whole virus my whole life. You know. I wish, yeah, right. Good enough, I guess. This one's called Glory Hole. I don't know which camera we're on. Cheers. It said the first will become the last. He who dares wins the thankless task. slide into a melody. Oh, to slide into obscurity. Your moment of truth was a fraction long. You flee back to the breast of your mother tongue. Lord, make my arms available. Make her arms unavailable. Hang a word on a ready stave. For all the beauty time wouldn't save. Oh, to lie upon this latitude. Oh, to stride upon this longitude. I forgot the words. Oh, to sprint across a forest glade. Oh, to sodomize a willing slave. Take my love, I've never used it. For myself, I'd never choose it. Or to confess it on this happy day. To confess it on a sonic wave. To whisper it through a glory hole. All love out of your control. All love you cannot control. All love out of your control. said the first will become the last. Yeah, I was just going to do two then, and then maybe I'll play. I don't know what people think. I don't know how long I can be in front of three cameras, like, and not feel a degree of like, when can I belch and when can I go to the bathroom? You know, like, you know. I mean, I don't need. When can I have a cigarette? Yeah.
There are people in New York and the Faroe Islands.
In the Faroe Islands. Wow, cool. And New York.
Good,
Well, maybe that's
and
Tom from New
all-
York. Hello, Tom.
yeah,
Tom's
yeah.
watching. Well, I don't know what time you're on there. Is it like breakfast time for him watching it? That's cool. That's nice. Yeah.
And we've got some requests for songs. I don't know if you want me to put them now. Or?
Song requests. All right. I probably, if I haven't
Or-
rehearsed, I just screwed up when I rehearsed, so God knows what'll happen with when I haven't. But I'll take him because it's nice to know someone's there.
I'm just sorry, we're just having a technical. Okay, oh no, I wanted to ask you this question on behalf of Holger Schvetter.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
you say it.
Hello, Olga.
Are you working on a new release, or did something just come out which I missed? So he.
Well, the last two songs that I played will definitely be on a new record, but yeah, and I have started home recording. Whether there'll be demos or otherwise, I don't know. But yeah, I have an album's worth of new songs, some of which are semi-recorded, but you know, without the label and immediate label support, like someone with money, it's I don't know if I'll crowdfund it again or we'll see. And then with all this virus stuff, it's like, I don't know how you plug a record, but you know, the songs are there, and I hope that they'll be like, maybe I'll play some dance which might be on the record.
Yes.
If I play
like
one or two more, then Holger, you will hear a couple more songs possibly that might be on the new record, but we'll see. Yeah, nice that he's listening though. I wish you well in Osnabrück. Brück.
Okay, so shall we? I think people are happy with the songs that you're playing. I think they're.
Okay.
Rather than there's comments about what you have played and people being happy about that.
Okay. So I'm just going to go straight on. You're not doing any Blue Peter. It's not really Blue Peter, is it? Is it like Parkinson?
I have more questions for you. Like I said earlier, I think we were both a little bit nervous and kind of maybe not knowing quite how it was going to go this evening, because if you are lucky enough to have been to one of Guy's live shows, it's very audience participation and that kind of interaction, I would say, with the audience is really important. And obviously, well, it's part of it. This is part of your performance, and you feel very much as somebody in the audience that you're not, you know, you're there. It's and I wanted to ask you how important that is for you, because, you know, you're an accomplished visual artist. You come from that tradition and background more than musical background. So
Yeah.
I sort of wondered about that, you know, having trained as an artist and, you know, having studied art and then becoming a musician later. You know, I wondered if you could talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I don't think I'd write the songs, some of the songs that I write, I don't think would have come about if I hadn't studied art.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I think maybe I got educated too much in art and it became a very cerebral process, and music was a way of me accessing something more immediate, I think, and emotional in a kind of punk way, because I don't know what I'm playing and I don't know scales and all of those things that one probably should, in inverted commas, but that they gave me a certain liberty actually to just sort of explore things. And also the art's very detached, from often, not always. I mean, when I went to see Tino Segal at the Molten Gropius Bar, this fantastic interactive sort of spectacle, or anti-spectacle, but a lot of the time it's there's a divorce, and so the connection with people's been really important. And I do involve the audience, or I break the space between the artist and the audience. It's also weird. I've usually got so much nervous energy when I'm playing. I usually stand up, but because of the mic position, I'm sat down tonight. So there's part of me that just wants to sort of get up and just shake off some of that. That's probably why I want to move. Like I've been sat here for too long. But and of course, you feel people's attention. There's a particular quality of silence sometimes when you're playing that goes beyond the quality of listening silence that goes beyond polite, and this is happening and I should be quiet, but into some and you can feel that when I'm not saying that happens all the time, but I've had the privilege of having that a few times, and so it's quite a different thing to be here in the room, and Ranav's pottering around like I don't think he's listened to a word of them. He's just been doing this stuff, and you guys are like doing your technical bit behind the thing, and so it's quite a different environment, but it's the energy, it's the collective sense of, if you're lucky, the collective sense of connection or some sort of communion, I think, that is.
But I do hope that's coming through the screen. Obviously, we can't be together in these difficult days.
I don't know. I think I've got less concentration somehow, but
I think that kind of intimate quality, I hope that will translate.
Me
It's
too.
not the word. It will transcend the technology. But on that note, let's
Shall I
let's
do
have
another
more.
one? I'll do maybe two. Yeah, let's see. I mean, see what people say, but I think it will probably be enough, and I'll have enough of myself after a little while. She said it's hard to swim in a river whose name you don't know. I threw a rock that could not stop the flow. Oh, I know, I know. Better the river to flow. She said it's hard to leave when you don't know the place that you've been. I saw a leaf on the breeze, and as it blew, I thought I knew. The right thing to do. Where there's an absence of love, could you tell me how come? Where there's a surfeit of love, could you offer me some? Put your arms around me, lower me into the toe. Let the water surround me like a love still don't know, like a love still don't know, like the love still don't know. Comes a big black swell, comes a big black swell, comes a big black swell. Then maybe.
Have you played Song Against Itself?
I haven't. They played it at the beginning. Did someone ask for it?
Several people would like that one, so
Okay.
I think at some point.
Okay. Maybe I'll end on that then.
Now we're getting hearts
What-
popping up as well.
What time is it?
It's 12 minutes past 9. 9:15 really.
Okay. I'll play. I like this song is like. I always say it's like not my song really. I don't know who.
Suzanne.
It's just quite a conventional song. I think it's about dancing. It might be about making love, but anyway, it's pretty conventional. But I don't know. I hope it sort of. It has something. Maybe.
It has something.
Let's see if I can play it. Sundance for money, Sundance for love, Sundance to get by, and Sundance to get off. Sundance with many, Some dance with few, some dance with their only one, and some dance in solitude. Some dance to remember, some dance to forget. Me, I dance to the eagles and the little red Corvette. Moon orbits the Earth orbits the sun. None of us know anything about what it is we've done, but we dance, dance on. So some dance for money, some dance for love, some dance to get by, and some dance to get off. Some dance to get off. Some dance to get off. Some dance, ladies and gentlemen.
And we've got lots of comments that you can't see right now, but yeah, lots of comments from people enjoying the music.
Nice.
And, yeah.
Well, I think it might be coming to an end. Maybe I play song against itself. It'll be like an hour and a half. I get sick of myself after.
Well, I don't think people are getting sick of you. We've got people who... Is this on? Yeah? Bruna Ruva has said, thank you. It's nice to have you playing here in my living room. It's nice for me as well.
Literally.
It's really...
Literally in your living room.
Literally in my lounge. I'm really having a great time. And... yeah, just wanted again to say before we finish that, as I said earlier, you can support Mute Swimmer and make sure that you can keep seeing really great concerts like this, although hopefully more in person. And of course, if you could support Guy, Mute Swimmer, through contributing on PayPal, that would be wonderful.
And Ranav as well.
Yeah.
But also Bandcamp, and I mean, you can buy a record as well. I think actually tomorrow on Bandcamp they waive their fees. So Bandcamp have said they realise that artists are having a tough time. So I'm pretty sure that after 12 o'clock tonight, then all the money that when you use Bandcamp, if you download a record, then it's without them taking a commission off it.
Ah, okay. So...
Which is a kind of quite a thoughtful thing for them to do. I think,
that's great. That's really wonderful.
Yeah. But either way, and or sharing, sharing the songs and the music, especially with someone share it with someone with inordinate amounts of money. I would say to people that have cultural influence, and get back to me. Yeah, all right.
What was I going to say? Thank you very much for coming and performing for us.
Thank you for having me. I mean, honestly, thank you guys for doing this out of the goodness of your hearts. It's strange times, but it's been very nice to just hang out, eat dal, play songs, and be surrounded by inordinate amounts of technology.
Yeah, so thank you to Boiling Head Media for that.
Yeah, cheers, Ranav.
Thank you, and enjoy.
Okay, this is the song that is a joke, and it's also not a joke. I always stand up. I'll try it sat down. First line, false start. First line is the hard part. I'll write a better one in a while. I could say, good day, what is new? I'm fine, how are you? Say, okay. There's fresh air on tarmac. It's out front, it's out back. You could easily go home. In fact, why don't you go home? You're already at home. Why don't you go home, even though you're already at home? The entertainment is postponed. There's no way, there's no sense. It's hard ends and present tense. This is a song against itself. The way I wrote it or rubbed it out, but the increase in my self-doubt might be the engine of some necessary change. And a kind word about my style is difficult to reconcile with a sense of my own mediocrity. My own mediocrity is mostly patiently received. And I thank you for your time. I appreciate your time. But what if I put down this guitar, shut up and took you in my arms, regardless of who you were, if you arrive with him or with her, because I realize the stage, or whatever this is just a place for only laughter and disgrace, and in a song I can still hide, with a body close, it cannot. Is caught in this random thought. It's 2 times, it is also 1. The time past, the time to come, the supposition it is annulled as you're crossing a main road. Crossing a main road. A taxi was involved. A cyclist was involved. His lower body, it was involved. He said, close calls with death are an alarm, a way of realizing you are not that special in any way, and you may go while others stay and take their tea out on the lawn and consider what you've said a bore. Your thoughts on this are merely vain, or at very least of no consequence. But what if I dropped dead on the floor for no clear reason you could find at all, and this performance had to pause as you carry me out the door, and you say it was a good song in its way, that you've heard better in your day. And though it started rather well, you found the end a little over theatrical. But what if you fell off of your seat right now and died at someone's feet? Would your soul rise to a call, or is there no soul here at all? and just your actions day by day, and death's insistent little way of whispering life into your ears says you're alive and you are here. So what if I put down this guitar, shut up and took you in my arms, regardless of who you were? If you're right with him or with her, 'cause I realize the stage is just a place for only laughter and disgrace, and in a song I can still hide with a body close, singing What if I put down this guitar, shut up and took you in my arms, regardless of who you were? If you were right with him or with her, 'cause I realize the stage is just a place for only laughter and disgrace, and in a song I can still hide with the body close, singing What if I put down this guitar?
His face out of the frame, and from the scene I take his name. In lonely room and silent prayer, and in the mirror standing there. The old enemy, the old enemy, in the reflection I see, the old enemy. And me. his teeth are combs. He acts as if I wasn't there. But when day is done and work is through, I'll show him who's in charge of who. The old enemy. The old enemy. In the reflection of